Hey guys, Big here with Big Or Gaming. We are going to go over two different ways to kill Daosheen today. The first one is a traditional way, and that's when you pull Daosheen into the center of the room where he's supposed to normally be pulled, and you're going to mezz all the adds as they come in. It's great to have two enchanters for this, but you could do it with one enchanter as well. And people go around if they get the personal debuffs and they click the corresponding colored crystal. And then at different percentages, he'll do either a charm or a mezz, and you'll have crystal clickers in place who are FD'd at the crystals, and they will click the corresponding crystals, and I'll list them in the description below, and also the percentages. And then at 10% and 5%, he throws out a DT, and you'll need 4 crystal clickers, and they have to click them in the order. That is the simple, kind of by-the-book way to do it. So if you have any questions about that, most of it will be explained in the description below, but if you leave them in the comments, I'll be happy to answer those as well. They are. It just takes time. Drunken, can you go stand in the spot where the tanks are the melee is gonna fight him, and I'll go stand in the healer spot here in a second. We're both raid mark guys, so if you see Drunken's over on your west wall, and then directly east, all the casters should be over here behind Big Or. So this is where you're gonna be when, like, he'll be where the tank is where Drunken. Everybody else over here behind me. Azrith, you can tank him first. I'd get max range casters. You get too close, you get charmed or mezz, and then we know you're bad. At 75%, we'll start doing ins and outs. We don't need anybody up top to click crystals. If you're buffed and ready, let's start killing all these golems that everybody always aggroes. Okay, and the second strat we're going to go over today for Daosheen is you pull him down to the bottom and you kill him. And this is good if you don't have an enchanter. You could definitely do it this way. And you can have crystal clickers up top as long as you pre-place them and have them FD, and they can never stand up and they can't help at all other than clicking the crystals. If you have a lot of players, you can do that. If you don't have to have crystal clickers. Like in the video we show on here, we had 0 crystal clickers. And basically what we did is when it got close to 75%, we pulled everybody into the safe area by the healer, and then we used range DPS to hit the 75% mark, triggering the first charm or mezz. And then after that, every 120 seconds, you have to have everybody run out. The Mezz or Charm goes off, and then you have them run back in. And you just keep doing that until you get it all the way down to about 14 to 12%, depending on how your DPS is looking. And then what you do is you pull everybody out, and then you have them go in with full burns, and you burn it down from 12% all the way to 0, and that way you don't have to worry about the death touch, and you have a very short window to kill it. So everybody needs to use like max burns, like intensity, everything they have. Otherwise, your raid will just all get DT'd and everyone will die, and that is game over. Unless you have crystal clickers in place, then you could go slow. I had never done it that way. I actually heard Miscreants, that's the way they did it. They had crystal clickers and they click through the death touch rather than burning. So it has been tested. It does work. That is a way to do it. But yeah, if you have a big raid, you could just basically get it to like 12%, pull everybody out, wait for a fresh timer, and run in there and burn it down. If you have any questions on this or comments, you can leave them below. And also in the description, I'll have a link to the nag trigger that I use for this, for the ins and outs. And again, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And good luck, guys. Have fun. It's like everybody's pretty much ready. Sweet. Yeah, we will. So I'll call for it. We're going to let the timer reset around 14%, for the in and out. We'll go out one last time, and then when we go in, we'll burn everything, and we'll kill it really fast. And after this fight, we'll be doing Suchin, and if you don't have different weapon types, I hate you. Well, you're okay. You can fist things. We'll give you a pass. All right, make sure you guys are standing. Go ahead and pull it when you're ready. Remember to use your green pots and stuff, guys. Help these casters out. Yep. All right, everybody in? Switch sides, Azareth. So you're on the healer side, so you're more likely to get healed. There you go. Alright, get ready to, it's 75%, we gotta get out, so when it gets close to that, we're at 80 right now, because that's when his first thing goes out. Alright, so everybody needs to start thinking about running. I'd start running out. Make sure we throw a bunch of dots on them and stuff. Get really far to the east so you don't get charmed or mezz, please. This is when the ins and outs start. Everybody should be on the east or you're gonna get charmed or mezzed. If we get them down 1 more percent. If you got any nukes, please throw them on there. Any dots, anything like that. I think it just went out, right? Yep. Alright, everybody in. "30 seconds. If you're snared, you should start thinking about running early. 15 seconds. Alright, let's start running out. We can. Tank Daddy, when we go back in, you're going to take it. Alright, go back in. Let's switch shields over to Tank Daddy here in a second. Go ahead, Tank Daddy. Happy birthday, Jadwin. Because then when we come back in, we'll do our burn. Wait for 15. Alright, everybody out. Everybody out. Out, out, out. We're going to wait. It'll be 40 seconds. Be ready with your intensity and your whatever big burn you have. We're going to go in there and we'll knock this guy out when we come back. We got 30 seconds basically until this thing goes out and then we'll run in. Don't be afraid to just pop for it too. It's fine. If you need to. I think you're fine though. "15 seconds until we get to run in." Alright, go end this thing. Good job, guys. I'm going to pop a Magus for anybody who's not doing loot, so you guys can start heading to Suchin next. It'll be in the center of the room. Oh yeah, let me give it to you.